Good morning, beautiful people. It's your girl, Coach and Chef Mel, coming to you guys real quick. I'm a mindset and transformational coach. And today is day 9 of my 30-day transformation challenge. Good morning. I am on my 4-mile walk that I take every morning. It started out at 3 miles, but I've noticed over time, in just a short 8 days, that I quickly started to build up to 4 miles and didn't even notice. So I said, let me go live on my YouTube. I never go live on my YouTube, ever. But I said, why not? Maybe today's a good day to switch it up. Normally, so based on this challenge so far, my commitment to myself is to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, get on my live at 5:30, which I usually do on TikTok, and I pray, I do my devotional, and then I get my 4 miles in. And while I'm getting my 4 miles in, I'm also getting direction and strategy from the Holy Ghost, from my Heavenly Father. And sometimes God will put a word on my mouth to share with people on my live. But today is just about documenting day 9. Day 9, I gave myself an extra 2 hours of rest because I needed it. Day 9 has started out pretty strong. When I get back, I have work to do. And for those who might watch this live later, let me give you guys a quick little background. My name is Melanie. I'm a mother of 4. My oldest is 18 and a half years old. My youngest is 16 months old. And my 2 in the middle are 15 and 13. I have 2 boys, 2 girls. I own 2 LLCs. I'm a first-time author of a recipe book. And I am a mindset and transformational coach. I've been a part of the entrepreneurial world for about 25 years. I started when I was in my teenage years. And when I talk, by the way, my mouth is cold. So excuse some of the words that might come out of my mouth if they sound gibberish. My mouth is literally cold. And sometimes when I go to say something, my mouth feels frozen. Anyway, but I am on my 4-mile walk that I've been taking every day. And I decided, and when I say I decided to come into agreement and be obedient with God, because I prayed and I asked him, I said, God, what do you want me to do for the month of December? And he said, do a 30-day challenge. So I said, okay. So I decided to be in agreement, even though I didn't want to do it, and I started. And so part of the 30-day challenge is taking the holistic approach, and I am showing people in real time with my real life, real results of what you can achieve in 30 days. And so with intentional focus, with discipline, with principle, and operating from a place of truth, letting go of resistance, you'll be surprised on what you can get done, what you can accomplish, what you can achieve tangibly and intangibly in just 30 days. It is about 27 degrees outside. I'm on the East Coast and it's cold, okay? It is cold. But every day I go for this walk. I do not feel like doing it, but I do it because I made a commitment to myself. I do it because my commitments are not anchored in my feelings. They are anchored in principle and truth. And so I'm gonna do it. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. And I said, let me do this live on YouTube because I really believe that people need to see a visual of what it looks like us as coaches to show people what it really looks like. Everybody has templates and printables and downloads, which are helpful. But what's more important is being able to have a visual aid of what it really looks like to transform your life, what it really looks like to get and gain a different result than what you've been getting. You need to see that visual. Why? Because 65 to 75% of us are visual learners. And also, we all have mirror neurons that encourage us to mimic what we see. And if we are keeping our eyes on things that are detrimental, things that are encouraging procrastination, things that are encouraging insecurity, things that are robbing us of our peace, well, then we will find ourselves being directly influenced, affected, and infected by what we are consuming through our eye gates and our ear gates. My job as a coach is to be a living, breathing example of what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it acts like to succeed at whatever you put your mind to grow beyond the places that you feel stuck, to push beyond the pain, to push past the discomfort. That is my job. And what better than to give you a real example of what it looks like, right? So, I pray that you guys, when you watch this live, if you are on this live, if you say good morning, I would appreciate it. I always love talking to the people on my lives. Whew. And I'm walking up this hill that I do not like. And I will show you once I get to the top how steep it really is. Because it kicks my butt every single time. And you would think I'd be used to it by now. But I am not. It still hurts. Okay. Whew. Okay, this is just half of the hill, y'all. Whew. I gotta cross the street to go up the rest. So you see how steep that is? Now we gotta walk up the rest. This is the steepest part. I don't want to be hit by a car. Here we go. Okay, and that is the hill. Can you tell how steep that is? All the way to the bottom. I still have about 1.5 miles to go before I am done. All right, now that I've crossed those streets, today is day 9. Day 9 of the 30-day transformation challenge. And there has already been an increase and a transformation to my life. I want to be very clear. There is There is a difference between change and transformation. Transformation speaks to changing form. Changing speaks to increasing right where you are, I guess you could say. I like to use the example of the tadpole and the butterfly, right? You have a tadpole and it changes, but it doesn't necessarily transform. It stays a tadpole. It's still a tadpole for the most part, right? But a butterfly goes from being in a cocoon, well, starting as larva, right? Going into being a cocoon to turning out to becoming a butterfly. There are three, or is it three? There are multiple phases in that butterfly's life where it changes form, where it looks nothing like what it was before. You can't tell that it once was a larva, right? So that is what transformation is all about. It's realizing that if you want that transformation, you have to be willing to press through the discomfort, the pain, the things you just don't want to do, the stuff that irritates you, the stuff that makes you cry, the stuff that, might even trigger you. Are you willing to work through, talk through, press through in order to get to the other side? Yes. The answer is yes. So, that is what today is all about. Normally when I do my lives, again, it's usually 5:30 in the morning. And at times, God will give me something so profound to say. But today, unless he gives me something in this moment, I don't know if I have anything profound to tell you besides what I've already been saying, right? Anchor your decisions, anchor your commitments to principle and truth, not feelings, not emotions. And that will help you sustain the growth and the transformation that you say you want to see in your life. And just decide, honestly, just decide. I remember I was watching an interview with Will Smith, and he said, if you just decide, he said, everything else will get out of your way and it will line up with what you've made a decision about. And that interview, I want to say, is probably 10 years old. But to this day, it still sticks with me because I just remember it resonated with everything in me because I knew it to be true. I knew the power of decision because I've had to make decisions in life, right? And we've all made decisions, but I'm talking about making decisions that you are accountable for, making decisions that you made intentionally, not the ones that were made for you, right? So when he said that, to this day, I still use that and apply it to my life because once you make a finite decision, everything has to. This is the secret sauce. It has to get in alignment with what you said. It has to. Once you make that decision, we are not the ultimate God, so obviously we are not taking God's job. But we have to remember that we were made in the image and likeness of him. And he has given us authority to speak life or death out of our tongue. He's given us the authority to utilize our faith so that we can prepare for the expected blessing that we say we're believing in him for, right? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now behavior, now decision, now commitment, now action is the evidence, is the substance. Your decisions are rooted in what you believe. So if you believe that you are tremendously blessed and you are called favored, then your actions will be in alignment with those things. If you believe that you are not worthy, undeserving, not lovable, not likable, all of these things, then your actions will be in alignment with that belief. How do I know? Because I've done it. I've done it. I made a lot of poor decisions simply because I was too insecure to believe in myself. I was too scared. I was living my life based out of fear. I was operating from such a heightened level of anxiety and stress, all because I was just hoping to be approved by the outsiders. Now, people who've been following me most of my social media life, they will tell you that they never thought that. I've had people tell me often, I never thought you were insecure. I never thought da-da-da-da-da. But I very much so was. I was very much so insecure, hoping and praying that someone would come along and give me the stamp of approval that would then give me the permission to be great. And then I realized this year I turned 40 and I had my fourth child, and I realized, oh, that permission is never coming from anybody else. The only place that permission comes from is inside of me. Because the truth is, and I say the only place, but really God had already given me the permission. He had already given me the stamp of approval. He had already given me acceptance. He already said that when he formed me before I was even in my mother's womb, he knew me, right? He already knew. So I already was approved. I was ordained, right? Well, it took me a while to figure that out. It took me a while to figure that out. And if I'm honest, even when I go live, sometimes going live is kind of odd for me. So, because I mean, sometimes I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to say. Hold on, y'all. And unless God is my mouthpiece, honestly, I don't know what to say to y'all. I can only speak what God puts on my mouth to speak. I'll share this secret that God gave me on day 6 of my transformation challenge. He says, your thoughts create your world, but your actions create your reality. That's what he said. And when he said that to me at 5:30 in the morning, brick cold outside, dark as heck, at first I didn't quite understand, but I did a little bit. And basically what he gave me an understanding of was realizing that you can think all the things you want to think. You can imagine all the things you want to imagine. But if you do not take action on what you say you want to do, then you will never live the reality of your thoughts. You will never live. Hold on, y'all. It's Saturday morning. People are out here doing their yard work. But you will never live the reality of what you imagine, simply because you haven't made any decision to do it. So, I encourage you to do it. I think I'm done with this live. I don't think I have anything else to say. I still have about 3/4 of a mile to go to finish my 4 miles. I will definitely be posting later. But I just wanted to come up here and say good morning to you guys. Happy Saturday. Happy holidays to everybody. This is my journey that I am documenting. I volunteered myself to document. I think it's important for people to have a visual aid of what it really looks like to transform. And as a coach, I think it's very important for people to know that coaches shouldn't just talk about it. They got to be about it too. So I will talk to y'all later. I pray that you enjoy your Saturday, and like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, all the YouTube stuff that people say. I'm new to YouTube, so I'll figure it out. But yes, do all the good things, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.